I want to talk to you guys about my art journey. I see in the comments of my tutorial videos how people talk down on themselves, saying that they can't draw this and they can't draw that, and I say that's bullshit. Of course you can. Now, I'm not much of a serious motivational speaker, so I'm going to try to motivate you guys through what I do best, telling it like it is. So sit down, I'm going to tell you a little story. I started drawing when I was in the 3rd grade, and I mostly drew these weird ass dog creatures in the typical manga style. I drew these for a while, but I got bored of them and started to draw people instead, still in the manga style. You know the usual shit, enormous eyes, hands behind the back, occasionally winking, and the dopest hairstyle you could think of. I never really watched anime or read manga, I just liked the style, and so that started me off in my art interests. I was a really creative kid, and every opportunity I got that involved drawing was my chance to show others my capability. I got really popular this way, and was happy with my art at the time, so I was sure that middle school would be the same. In middle school, I got more in tune with my style and drew all kinds of things, from people to dragons to... fuck, that's actually all I drew. I was weird and not too social, so art class was the only place I could truly be myself, with others that shared the same interests. I had a good friend in my art class who drew in the same style as I did, and we were even requested to do a long poster for our graduation. We worked hella hard on that bitch, and it was so fun to make, even though in the end it never made it up on the wall. Still salty about that. Anyways, my middle school art class taught me to be more flexible, making me excited to experience what high school art class would be like. Worst 4 years of my life. To be honest, high school sucked goat donk when it came to trying to find my style, my mojo. All of my friends said I drew well, and that I shouldn't worry, but I was a stubborn ass kid, and I never stopped looking for what was missing in my art. In my senior year, all I worked on was digital art, desperately trying to improve myself and eradicate the shit I always saw in pieces I didn't like. I was always unsatisfied, and let me tell you, it was a pretty crappy feeling. It's like when you're trying to sneeze, but the sneeze never happens, times 100. After high school, I had a long hiatus and didn't draw for months. I just didn't feel like drawing or animating, or even sketching doodles in my notebook. I was in a dark place, and was considering a career in banking like my mom did when she was my age. I detested my past drawings, and got extremely frustrated every time I attempted to draw something new. I literally have a box under my bed labeled "to burn later." I couldn't even play video games or watch cartoons because it would remind me of the career I could have if I kept on drawing. I didn't want to listen to myself, I shunned it, I shut it out. But now, I realized that I was tripping for nothing. When I entered college, that's when I found the one element that was missing in my art. The one thing I was meticulously searching for 10 goddamn years, hidden in the deepest, darkest, and most horrifying part of my soul, winding through never-ending labyrinths and fighting the most difficult gatekeepers constantly blocking the way to my ultimate achievement. I found a treasure more valuable than the biggest gem on earth. Confidence. Aw, lame. Piss off, it's not lame. Confidence is what released Excalibur from its stone. Confidence is what made Alexander the Great so great. Confidence is what made Michelangelo di Lodovico Buonarroti Simoni the Renaissance man. Shout out to my homie David. Confidence is the most important tool for any artist to have, no matter how cheesy it sounds. Combined with practice and determination, you guys can become fantastic artists and see that your dreams will be fulfilled. 10 years ago, I couldn't draw a person for shite and almost gave up in high school. And now look. Nigga, we made it. Sometimes that annoying ass fairy in your backpack has some important things to say, and it pays to listen. Every time you feel demotivated to draw, or you're thinking about calling it quits in your art, remember what old Joe told you. Yeah, you like that shit?